Adding polynomials. Alright, so we know what a polynomial is, so let's go ahead and add them. Okay, some helpful vocabulary. Basically what we're going to be doing when we're adding polynomials is combining like terms. So you find the terms that have the same variable and power and combine them. It's kind of like adding them. Okay. Alright, so here are some examples. So first off, 7 plus 9, these are like terms because they don't have a variable. And plain and simply, 7 plus 9 is just going to be 16. Okay, number 2, we have 2x plus negative 7x. Notice they both have an x to the first power, so they are like terms. So let's just add them together. 7 plus negative 7 is negative 4x. Okay, here, notice we have an x squared and an x squared, so they're like terms. They both have the same exponent to the same power. So negative 4 plus 8 is just 4x squared. Okay, here we have 6x cubed plus negative 2x cubed. Notice they both have an x cubed. So 6 plus negative 2 is 4x cubed. Okay, so we just basically add the numbers and then bring down the like term. Alright, so let's look at it when they're all combined. So let's go ahead and take a look. What I'd like to do is I like to find the biggest exponent first and then work. From there, because it helps me keep my answer in standard form. So if you notice, I have an x cubed right here and an x cubed right here. And I'm adding these. So we're going to do 6 plus negative 2, which gives me a 4. So I'm going to write down 4x cubed. Alright, next, do we have any x squareds? Yeah, we have one right here, and we have one right here. So let's go ahead and take my negative 4. This sign will come with the 4. So I'm just going to call this a negative 4 plus positive 8, which gives me another 4. Negative 4 plus 8 is 4. We get 4, and bring down the x squared. Okay, next, do I have any x to the first powers? I have one right here, and one right here. So we're going to do positive 3 plus negative 7, which is a negative 4 in your x. And then do I have any constants? Constant is just a number without any variable. I have a positive 7 and a positive 9. Add those together and I get a plus 16. And there is my final answer. There I combined my like terms and I added 2 polynomials to get one polynomial. Alright, let's try another one. Alright, so like I said, I like to start with the biggest exponent, which in this one I have an x cubed, an x squared, an x to the first power, an x to the first power, and a constant. So my biggest one is my x cubed. Okay, do I have any other x cubed those? X cubed though? I don't, so I'm just going to bring that one that I have down as an x cubed. Okay, after x cubed, do I have any x squareds? Right here, here's an x squared. I don't have any anywhere else. So I'm just going to bring down that minus 2x squared. Okay, do I have any x to the first power? Here's a positive 9x and a minus 7x. So 9 plus negative 7 is 2. And then do I have any constants? Just have this one right here, so I bring that down, plus 9. And there is my polynomial after I have added them. Okay. Alright, let's start once again with the biggest exponent. Let's see, we have a squared to the first power and a constant, a cubed, a squared to the first power and a constant. So it looks like I have an x cubed right here. And that's the only one I have. So I'm going to bring down this minus 2x cubed as part of my answer. Okay, next, so I have any x squareds? I have one right here, and I have one right here. So we're going to do negative 8 plus 5, which is a negative 3x squared. Okay, just plain x's, or x to the first power. It's the same thing. I have one right here and here. So I have 3 plus, now this is just an x, so remember what number's out in front. Whenever you just have a variable by itself, there's always a 1 attached to it. Kind of like there's always a 1 to the, at least x to the first power. Okay, so we got 3 plus 1, which is 4. So plus 4x. And then we have a positive 6 and a minus 4, so 6 plus negative 4. And remember, I can just use minus and negative. I kind of use those interchangeably, because they're doing the same thing. So 6 and negative 4 is positive 2. And there is my final answer. Okay. We have an x cubed, an x squared, an x to the first power, and a 7. X cubed, x squared, and an x, which is x to the first power, and a constant. So my biggest exponent is a cubed, so we're going to start there. So I have an x cubed here and an x cubed here. So we're going to do 6 plus negative 4, which gives me 2. So we have 2x cubed. Okay, next I have an x squared and an x squared, and I have a negative 2 plus positive 8, which gives me a positive 6x squared. Okay, and now I have a regular x and a regular x, and it's 1, there's always a 1 in front, plus, is this plus sign right here, 1 plus negative 5 is negative 4x. And then we have a constant of a 7 and a 6. And they're both, it's a positive 7 plus a positive 6, which gives me a plus 13. And there is my new polynomial once I add those two together. Alright, and there we have it. If you have any questions, please let me know.